What's up, everybody? This is Jay, and this video is about who should Ghost blame most for Tariq, Dre, or Kanan. This is a good shout out right here to all my supporters on patreon.com/JMoore Reviews. I appreciate your support, and also those that support me on PayPal. Thank you for your support. And also for those that haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And if you enjoy the video, click that like button. Now, let's get into it. When we first see Tasha realize that Kanan had something to do with this all and that Ghost and Tommy was with him was when they were at the funeral. And so Ghost and Tommy pull up and they get out the car to meet up with Tasha and Tariq, and then Kanan gets out the car and stands there. And so when he gets out the car and stands there, Tasha confronts Ghost right then and there, like, what is Kanan doing in the car with you all? Why are you riding with him? Which is actually an excellent question, because she knows that he had Tariq for ransom. She knows that Tariq was hanging with him and up to no good. But then Ghost says, hey, we'll talk about it later, which is also smart, because that's not the type of conversation you have right there on the street in front of the church, in front of Pastor Cavassier and Mighty Mouse Councilman Tate. So what they end up doing is they tabled that discussion for later, and they end up walking into the church. But before she went in, she kind of threw daggers at his face with her eyes and looked at him like, yeah, I know all about you. I got your number. And he ain't budged, though. He looked right back at her, and he was looking like, what you looking at? What's the problem? Is there a problem here? Like, what's going on? And so they kind of know each other, what they was up to kind of from the jump street. And Tariq, he's kind of lost in the middle right now, because it's no telling who he has more loyalty to between Dre and Kanan or his family. And so while they was in there inside, Tommy stayed outside with Kanan, and Kanan was questioning him about, what did Tariq do? Was he there when you guys killed Ray? And so Tommy actually showed that he has grown since when Kanan first got out of jail. Because if you remember, when Kanan first got out of jail, all Tommy did was run his mouth and tell him everything, showed him the operation and everything. But this time, Tommy said, no, Tariq wasn't there. And he said, actually, don't worry about Tariq. Family got his back. And then Kanan tried to pull the card of, you forgot Tariq would be dead if I didn't call. And he said, yeah, and I also know he would have never met Ray if it wasn't for you. So that shut Kanan up, because Kanan is to blame, really. He introduced him to this life of crime. And so while they was all walking together and they was trying to plan out how they going to take Dre down, they were, deciding who's going to do what hit or whatever the case. And right before they got inside Tommy's house, Ghost stopped him at the door. Like he was a vampire. He can't do no harm if you ain't invite him in. And so he like, yo, how can we trust you, Kay? And how you ain't the forgiving type. So how I know you can be trusted, even though they've been walking and hanging together all day. So it was kind of stupid to ask right then and there. And then he made a good point. I could have killed y'all, shot y'all 11 times right now. He didn't hit him with the ghetto mathematics, which don't add up, right? But anyway, he told him, let me in so we can get Dre, this light-skinned brother. And that's something you can't take that against the light-skinned brothers. But anyway, he let him in or whatever, and that was kind of late for, Ghost to start questioning him. Now, after they left the funeral parlor or whatever, the, church, they get home, and Tasha like, go ahead, have a seat. We need to find out, why was Ray following you? And Tariq like, well, what difference does it make now? Which was real immature of himself and showed that he didn't know what he was doing. And they like, it makes a big difference. Why was he following your sister? What was going on? And so Tariq was kind of quiet, kind of tight-lipped, which I know was hard for him with them soup coolers he got on his head. And Ghost said, go ahead, tell your mom about your life of crime and hitting licks with Kanan and everything. And so he knows now that Kanan had him running a life of crime, hitting licks, robbing people, stealing, why are you not mad at Kanan over this? Why is everything all forgiven? This can't be right. And Tasha called him out again. Kanan? So Kanan is behind this? What is the problem? She can't understand how you could be rolling with Kanan and he pretty much got your son on send-off missions. And he like, no, Tasha, Kanan is the one that gave us the call. Dre is the problem. No, Dre's not the problem for you, Ghost. Dre didn't attempt to kill you until, later because you was going in there looking for him. But Dre didn't attempt to kill you. He didn't do anything exactly to you other than he could have told him about Kanan, but he didn't. But, he's getting in there. He like, look, you gonna answer these questions. And so, he pretty much pressured Tariq a little bit, and Tariq started talking, and he said, what was going on and why Ray was looking for him or whatever. And he said, why did Dre send you over there? He like, I held Mom's gun on him and I threatened to tell you that he knew about Kanan. And so now Tasha's just like dumbfounded by all this stuff going on right up under her nose. And the reason why is because she too busy running around with Waterhead Terry and not paying attention to her kids. And so he's saying, I did what you would have did, and I wanted to get payback for Raina. And he like, he should have called me. He should have called Kanan since he know he was here. He should have called Tommy. He could have did anything. Gave you the wrong address. He sent you there to die. You just a little kid. And, that's when, which is all true. He could have did all that. And him and Dre were still on speaking terms up until he tried to kill Dre. Ghost, he could have just called and had a meeting with Dre or something and killed Dre if he wanted to, before they tried to kill him in the warehouse. And so Tariq, he's trying to get up and explain himself a little more. And Tasha like, your sister's dead. This could have been prevented pretty much. And that's when he trying to, he started feeling a little sad, I guess, for a moment. And Ghost got in his face. If you wasn't so stuck on stupid, your sister would still be alive right now. And that's when he was blaming him pretty much and letting him know that he's the cause for all this mayhem that's been ensued, and that he was just a little kid and he wasn't ready for this game to be played. And so Tariq, he tried his best to suck them lips in and walk away, get away from Ghost and, walk away from the situation. And Ghost said, come here, don't walk away from me. And he tried to grab him, and then Tariq yanked away. And right then, that was cause for a beatdown because he already was walking away. Then he yanked his arm, and then Ghost grabbed him and pushed him up against the wall. And you would think he was getting ready to beat him down, but he was just holding him down against the wall. And here come Tasha running, talking about Ghost, babying this little boy. And Ghost really needed to smack them lips off his head, grab him and beat him down, because all the stuff he did, he deserved a beat down. And Tariq think he's so hard when in reality he never been in a fight before. And look at them lips right there. That was just him poking them lips out, mad, giving him the eye to eye. Ghost needed to smack them lips off the top of his head and rearrange his face and let him know who's boss. And Tasha, she talking about, leave him alone. You let him go to his room. Go to your room. You already told him it's nothing more you could do. What do you mean there's nothing more you could do? And then Tariq walked away with his fist balled up. Ghost should have came and grabbed him by the back of his neck and choke slammed him like he was the Big Show or the Undertaker or something. Grabbed him by the back of his neck like a little puppy or something and let him know who's boss. But anyway, Tasha saying, you can't keep blaming everybody for this. And he like, you right, it's more people to blame. Where were you? You wasn't watching them. And so Tasha, she kind of got a little hurt and stuff, talking about, you could blame me, or you could even blame Raina. You could blame everybody, but that still ain't gonna change the fact of what happened. And so she feeling salty a little bit, but she trying to pass the buck around. It's really kind of her fault for even putting Ghost out of the house. She never had to do that in the first place, because she needed him. It proves for the kids. And so he was telling her, she talking about, why you riding around with Kanan? He like, Dre is the reason that our son almost died, because she trying to play that, your son stuff because he messing up. But if he was doing great, it would be our son or my son. But anyway, he said our son almost died because of Dre. And so he reiterated that he believes Dre to be the cause and not Kanan, which Dre did the last thing by giving him that info. But really, Dre shouldn't be Ghost's main enemy. And then they show later Ghost and Kanan, when they was in the car before they went to go do the hit on Dre, they both smiling, yucking it up, enjoying, throwback down memory lane, talking about Tommy and different stuff, when really he should be more focused on on Kanan, because Kanan is the reason Tariq was sent off. He had him robbing people. He the one that introduced him to Jukebox and Ray Ray. And so Jukebox almost killed his son, and then Ray Ray killed his daughter. If anything, Kanan should be his arch enemy for destroying his family pretty much, because his son is lost in the head, and all he got left is little baby Zika. And so pretty much I think the main focus of Ghost anger should be Kanan. Now, Kanan has a good beef against Dre because Dre tried to kill him. And Tommy definitely has a good beef against Dre because Dre ruined his organization and you tried to take him out. But as far as he killed, Father Feelgood. And so, Ghost, I can understand if he's trying to take Dre out because he riding with Tommy. But Kanan, that's Ghost's enemy right there. And I don't see how they could bond and forgive and forget so easy. And Tommy too, because Kanan robbed Tommy. He made Ghost rob Tommy, dope spot, and killed one of Tommy's men. So Tommy should have a good beef with Kanan. I don't see how either one of them are riding with Kanan like nothing ever happened. But it's got to be that they join in forces like the Avengers to take down Thanos. And so once they take down Thanos, then it should be all good, aka Dre. And they should be on with Kanan. So we'll see. In the end, thanks for watching. Appreciate your support. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel. And I holla. Peace.